So where I had left off, I had to switch phones, devices. Okay, so how I started my journey was the catalyst for me was about 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. I kind of hit rock bottom. I was at a place where I was broken. When you're a mom, your job is to protect your children, and in doing that, that's how it began for me. I was able to get myself out of a funk slightly, because also being a mom, you don't get those kind of breaks, where you drop everything so that you can recover. You have to do everything all at once, and hope that it just works out. So that had lasted for about 2 years, 2, 3 years. Then about a year and a half ago, just about, I'm gonna say maybe 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. Oh, okay. I crossed paths with my DM, Divine Masculine, and I don't know if you'll get to see it in the other video, but I am a Divine Feminine, with masculine traits, because I am a Libra, and Libra is a masculine sign. Though, there's no such things as coincidences. I've attempted to record this video like 3 times, and 3 times each device has told me that 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 there was a memory issue. Doesn't matter. We're prospering at this point. Okay, so where I left off was that I'm a Divine Feminine. Catalyst was about 3, 4 years ago. I interacted with my Divine Masculine about 2 years ago. We have been, we officially came into a full contact. No, I'm not gonna say that. About 2 years ago, we never really had that interaction, a physical interaction. It was just mostly, we hung out with family. It wasn't intimate. It was just friendly. We, would communicate through the phone, through, family members and things like that. But about a year ago, things changed. I recently found out he was my Divine Masculine about a few months after we had gotten to know each other better. But it was a process. It's still a process. I for a while I didn't know what in separation was, whether it was, not being together in a relationship or just not speaking at all. We'll get to all of that. So right now, I can tell you that we're definitely in separation. But it's different for everybody. Even though that him and I was in separation, we would communicate every single day. Every day, FaceTime, text messages. What kept us apart to seeing each other in person, well, clearly it was his choice, right? When I first realized what was going on, I guess it was just a couple of months in, and I just didn't understand, because if we were friends, right, I'm very understanding. I've always been like that. It had nothing to do with him per se. It was just always my character. But when things started to change, I didn't understand it. And then how I noticed what was, I think, December of 2019 or 2018, around one of those. I'll figure it out for sure. That I started off with affirmations because the catalyst of all of this was stressful for me, and I wanted something different. So I was always on Instagram, um, just looking for different things, wanting something different. And actually, a family member of mine had began their journey. My entire family, on my maternal side, we're all on a journey. And there's a few of us, but different types of journeys. I am a divine feminine. Someone over there is a warrior. And the lady, my lady, my mother, I'm still trying to figure that one out because, when you don't want to do the work, it's not going to work out for you and you're going to just get the worst. Okay. So I started out with affirmations. I was doing the affirmations. Then, that happened for a few months. Then during the springtime, that's when that's when the whole interaction with my divine masculine happened, and Corona occurred. So I guess it's 2018. Corona was starting to hit big, and the lockdown and all this. So it started to affect us. Around that same time in the spring, between the ending of spring, summertime, I came across some videos during which affirmations were still occurring. I came across tarot, and it was more about me, right? I was trying to understand it, what was coming for me. I've always believed in the higher powers. The Bible is one thing. Religion, I'm more spiritual than religious, but because of how I grew up, it was either Catholic, Christian, or Pentecostal.